Yes, hello, and welcome back to another episode on Comic Corner. I know it's been a while, but I did say we was going to go back to some more Comic Corners, and this one is an amazing series and a must-read for any Spider-Man fan, which is The Amazing Spider-Man Red Goblin. Now, this series, oh boy, if you've never read it, it is well worth going to have a look, because it was just an amazing story, and one that I'd never really thought it could get that dark for Spider-Man sort of thing. But it's a part of the Marvel graphic novel collection that I used to collect, and it was probably a collection of 300-400 books. And when I come across this one, it was a must-read, especially for any sort of Spider-Man fan. It takes one of the most iconic villains in Spider-Man's history, Norman Osborn, and takes him to villainary new heights of just evilness, really, sort of thing. But again, we'll talk about the story, talk about the artwork, the action, and my overall thoughts about it, sort of thing. Now, what makes the Red Goblin stand out is how it combines decades of Spider-Man's history into one emotionally charged showdown, sort of thing. You got Norman Osborn, one of Peter Parker's all-time greatest enemies, as the Green Goblin, but here, because he now bonds with a Carnage symbiote, because he thinks he's lost his powers and stuff like that, creates something even more dangerous than ever before, which is the Red Goblin. The story pushes Spider-Man's to his ultimate limits, physically, emotionally, mentally, everything. And it's not just Peter facing an enemy deadlier than ever before. His loved ones are caught in the crossfire. We have cameos from Eddie Brock, Silk, Miles Morales. All of them get knackered, pretty much, sort of thing. And it just makes every single decision or sequence feel that more urgent and personal, sort of thing. And what I really love is how the story wasn't just about action; it was always about legacy, about responsibility, and how far both Peter and Norman will go to stop the other, sort of thing. And it's a true milestone in Spider-Man stories altogether. Now, the artwork of the Red Goblin is just spectacular. The design of the Red Goblin himself is just freaky as anything, especially when he's transforming into the Red Goblin in that Norman's transforming into Carnage / the Red Goblin as well. It's just so creepy, but again, so well. It matches that demonic grin from the Red Goblin with a savage, fluid chaos of Carnage. The colour pops off the screen, especially when the symbiote's red and black swirls across the panels, creating a real sense of danger and unpredictability. What most impressed me was the contrast between bright classic Spider-Man action in one panel, but then followed by chilling horror-like imagery in the next. The art team manages to capture both this heart of Spider-Man as well as the terrifying new menace in perfect harmony. Now, let's talk about the action as well, because the action this book delivers in spades. It's just unbelievable. Every battle feels like high stakes, and it's not just your normal, typical Spider-Man stuff. It's brutal and unpredictable in moments as well. The Red Goblin isn't just another villain. He's faster, stronger, and more sadistic than anything Peter's ever really faced before. And he's not got the weaknesses of Goblin or the Carnage symbiote, because they've combined this got all the strength with none of the weaknesses, which is really, really cool to see. And it's every blow could be his last as well. You have massive open sequences across the city to then close quarter fighting, which is just so good in that lot. And you can feel every single impact, every dodge, every desperate swing through New York. By the time it reaches the climactic end, you just feel how knackered and exhausted Spider-Man is, but also the determination to never quit and not let the Red Goblin Norman get his goal of trying to get Harry, because at one point as well he transforms Harry's son into like this child Red Goblin, which was just like, oh my lord, sort of thing. It was so cool, so clever to use a kid as well and transform him like that. That was just really nice. But let's say Red Goblin isn't just another Spider-Man story. It is like just a classic that I'd recommend anybody go and read. The story is gripping and emotional, the artwork is visually stunning, and the action just keeps you hooked from start to finish. I don't know if I've never really heard of anybody else that would collect them. It might be just a UK thing, but anybody that did collect the Marvel graphic novel collections, 100% this issue deserved to be on the shelf, and it deserved to be read well, because it's such a good series. And it's like a tale that you always remember from a Spider-Man series sort of thing. And I'd say I loved it, absolutely loved it, and I'd recommend getting anybody to read it. It was just that good. But anyway, what do you think of this week's Comic Corner? Have you ever read the Red Goblin comic book series, and would you consider reading it? Let me know in the comment section if you don't know. Like, share and subscribe and all that jazz, and we'll hopefully see you again on another episode of Comic Corner. If not, we'll see you again on another episode on Marvel Mad. Thanks a lot, guys, and see you soon.